The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the holographic projection displayed the Dracovian armada entering human space. 5,000 warships, each one a masterpiece of military engineering, their weapons capable of glassing planets. Council member Silvara adjusted her sensory stalks, her voice grave. The humans have 48 vessels. Outdated designs. Minimal shielding. The mathematical probability of their survival is 0.0003%. How long? Someone asked from the shadows. Our war algorithms predict complete human annihilation in 6 to 8 hours, replied the computational nexus. The Dracovians will suffer minimal casualties, perhaps losing 30 ships at most. Ambassador Wei sat quietly in the human delegation seat, his weathered face unreadable. The other species had learned to fear that expression. Ambassador, Silvara said softly, almost kindly. We can arrange evacuation transports for Earth's population. There's no shame in. Thank you, Wei interrupted, but that won't be necessary. The chamber erupted in confused chatter. Had the human lost his mind? The Dracovians were the apex predators of the galaxy, conquerors of 14 star systems, their military doctrine studied in every war college from here to the Andromeda Relay. The battle begins, the Nexus announced. Every species in the chamber watched their private displays as the fleets met near Jupiter's orbit. The Dracovian formation was textbook perfect, a hammer formation designed to concentrate firepower while maintaining defensive cohesion. The human ships did something unexpected. They scattered. Suicide, whispered the Krellian observer. They're abandoning formation. The Dracovians will pick them off individually. But they didn't. The first human ship, the UNSC Indomitable, accelerated directly toward the Dracovian flagship at full burn. Not firing, not maneuvering, just charging straight ahead like a missile. What are they? Silvara began. The Indomitable rammed the flagship at a significant fraction of light speed. The collision released energy equivalent to a small star-going supernova. The flagship and 17 surrounding warships simply ceased to exist. The chamber went silent. Did they just, kamikaze? Someone whispered. 3 more human ships repeated the maneuver, each one obliterating dozens of Dracovian vessels. The enemy fleet, designed to fight according to established doctrine, had no protocol for opponents willing to weaponize their own ships as kinetic missiles. Time elapsed, for minutes, the Nexus reported, its synthetic voice confused. Dracovian casualties, 1,847 ships. Human casualties, 4 ships. Then the remaining human vessels opened fire. But they weren't using conventional weapons. They launched what appeared to be cargo containers, thousands of them, each one filled with ball bearings accelerated to near-relativistic speeds. The Dracovians' sophisticated point defense systems, calibrated for missiles and energy weapons, couldn't track the simple metal projectiles. The bearings tore through hulls like paper, each impact releasing catastrophic amounts of kinetic energy. Time elapsed, 7 minutes. Dracovian fleet cohesion collapsed. They're retreating. Silvara stared at her display in disbelief. Impossible. They still outnumber the humans 3 to 1. Wei finally spoke, his voice quiet. Council member Silvara, there's something you need to understand about humanity. We've fought each other for 10,000 years. We've perfected every form of warfare imaginable, including the ones you consider unthinkable. He gestured to the display showing Dracovian ships fleeing in panic. You predicted this would take hours because you assumed we'd fight by your rules. We don't have rules. We have objectives. Time elapsed, 11 minutes, the Nexus announced. Remaining Dracovian forces have initiated emergency FTL jump. Victory, humanity. The chamber erupted in chaos. Ambassadors shouted questions, demanded explanations, argued about impossibilities. Through it all, Wei sat calmly, watching the tactical display. Silvara approached him, her stalks trembling. Your people sacrificed 4 ships without hesitation. Hundreds of lives. How? Wei met her eyes. Every human on those ships volunteered. They knew the mission. On Earth, we have a saying, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. He stood, preparing to leave. You predicted our defeat because you think of war as a game with rules. We learned long ago that the only rule that matters is survival. And we're very, very good at surviving. As the human delegation departed, the council sat in stunned silence, each species privately recalculating their assessment of humanity. The fight had lasted 11 minutes. The galaxy would remember it for millennia.